Ladies and gentlemen, I'm yours truly, the legend himself, Labzy, aka the best motherfucker you ever met in the history of your life, and I can prove it to you even though I shouldn't. The most loyal, the most honest, and the most respected.
Real talk with Labzy, we speaking the truth. From the streets to the booth, giving voice to the groove. No holding back, every combo's the proof. It's the realest in the game, now we raising the roof. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy.
Now, as you can see, I'm not on Instagram Live for this one. We outside. We outside,
We
man.
outside. We
We
outside.
outside. And my next guest, because I feel like my next guest deserves to be in a studio like this, because we need to get him to have the Australian Melbourne the experience. To be honest with you, this man has stepped out of the box and really wanted to go independent, to really travel overseas, to really plant the seeds in order to grow as an artist, to really physically grab the audience by the balls with his music, basically.
Yes, sir.
And this man has come from LA. He's already spent a few days here, almost a week actually, and we're definitely going to get into it. He also performed at the Burgie Band Room last night as well. We'll definitely get into that. But ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you SKITSO.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Labzy, thank you for having me, bro. It's a pleasure, man.
Man, it's an honor to have you, man.
Yes, sir.
And I know people have said this over and over, but welcome to Melbourne, Australia, mate.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, bro. I like I said, man, one too many times before. It's been a great Aussie welcome, man. I feel at home, man.
Nah, it's good, man. Now, I do want to get into your experience of Melbourne. Just we'll do that a little bit later, but I do want to go back to really just understand your journey from the very beginning.
Okay.
And now, so which raises the first question is, how did music come to you? Was it always in the family? Does it?
Yes. So basically, music came to me by definitely by my family. And when I say that, like my grandmother, she had a piano growing up in the house, in her house, and I was always attracted to piano. And then so I begged my mother and father to put me in piano lessons because I always wanted to know how to play it, like when I got of age and stopped tapping around on it. They put me in piano lessons, and then when I was about in fourth, fifth grade, that's where I learned in elementary about poems, like how to do haikus and how to do like different song structures, AABB or AABA type things, type schemes. And I fell in love with that, like, and then I just merged them together. Like, you know what I mean? So I could know how to produce it as well as write, man. And yeah, it's basically been a part of me my whole life. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Now, when it comes to the journey of your music, now, were there any kind of roadblocks in terms of like family kind of stopping you from doing
for
that?
sure.
Like, because they wanted you to have a good job and
For-
basically
yeah.
settle.
For sure.
Basically be in a safe place.
Yeah, be
which I
safe.
can understand because
Yeah.
obviously, every parent wants their child to be safe and those types of things.
Yeah.
But I feel like everyone has a gift.
Yeah.
Everyone has the ability to strive for more because the world is way too big.
Right.
Way too big.
Right.
So which raises the question, how do you handle that on a daily basis, and when was the moment, if they do understand now or not, how did you handle that?
Staying true to myself, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, thank God that I was bullheaded in the sense of like, obviously I still respect my parents and still respect, like what they're telling me. And I'm gonna take what they're saying into consideration, but I'm still gonna persevere because this is something that like I love to do. It brings me happiness, it brings me joy to do. And I just thank God that I've had the will to just persevere throughout all this time and all these years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because was it kind of scary sometimes where it's like you want to go your own way, but you don't want to disappoint anybody. You don't want.
It was never that.
Okay.
It was never that.
Okay. He's like, no, I'm doing what I want.
Yeah, it was literally that. Like, because I was I was too invested, too invested from a young age. Like really, like, and I seen a lot, like, and I loved it so much. But my father, for example, my mom, she was always supportive, so we're gonna take her out the equation. But my father, it was just like, this is a cutthroat business. It's very hard. A lot of these artists don't end up in a good place, like, and things like that, outside of the drugs and things like that. So basically, I listened to what he said, and then that's where I started going into different music educational books and started learning the business of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I learned that like
Was your father a
first.
musician as well?
No, he was in
Okay.
sports. Yeah,
Oh,
he was
okay.
in sports. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just gravitated towards the business, started to learn how to read contracts at like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, and started learning how to copyright my music and filling out the SR forms and trademarking my music and stuff like that. Like, I learned that at a very young age, to the point where my mom, she was pushing me to do that. And me and her would kind of get in butt heads. Like, I don't want to do this. It's too hard. Like, what I'm saying? I don't even know how to
Yeah.
do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, no.
But
I studied the business.
yeah, nice. But did
Yeah.
it kind of create not chaos, but kind of like fights at home because your dad wants you to do one thing and your mother wants you to do another? Did it kind of cause like family drama?
Nah, it didn't cause family drama because my parents have been divorced my whole life.
Okay.
Like, yeah, they got divorced the same year I was born. I was born
Damn.
in February. They got divorced by like November.
Damn.
Yeah. So like,
Sorry
so
to hear
yeah,
that,
my
man.
mom was very supportive. My dad was more authoritative. Just be a hard worker. You know what I mean? Like, he taught me good morals, good values on how to be hard working and a good citizen.
Mm,
So I applied that, but I still
yeah.
give me the tools and I'll use
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah,
I'll use them
exactly.
how
Yeah,
I
because
use them.
we have one life. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like
Exactly.
again, going back to what I was saying before, like I understand they want you to be in a safe place,
Yeah.
hardworking,
Uh,
you pay your taxes, of course.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless the IRS is up your ass.
Yeah.
But but again, like the world is too big. We're all born with a gift,
Yeah.
you know? And so now when you come to an age where you're like, you know what? Let's try this rap shit. Let's try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
When was that moment? Like, was there any artist that kind of
When was
inspired you to
that?
go?
That was like literally 8 years old.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It
Wow.
was very young.
Yeah.
I was very young. And so basically what it was for me, I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Like, outside of what I told you as far as the piano and as far as the elementary story, whatever, with them teaching me about poems and stuff like that.
Mhm.
My uncle, my mom's brother, he was very into hip hop. And he taught us to freestyle, like when we would be waiting at family reunions and stuff like that, like going like on airports, in the airports while we're waiting on our flight to go to family reunions, we would just be freestyling him, me, and my brother.
That's crazy.
And he's one of my favorite people in the world. So
It's always the uncle.
yeah, my uncle, he's like big brother, father, uncle, all in one. He's everything. So my uncle, like, he definitely played a big influence in what I was doing, as well as as a kid watching music or studying music at the time, I guess, watching music videos on the box and things like that. I was very attracted to Lil Wayne, or the Hot Boys,
Mm.
and No Limit at the
Yeah.
time. And
Master P.
yeah, Master P, the No Limit Soldiers. And in 4th and 5th grade, like during the summer school, going into either 4th grade or going into the 5th grade, my father actually put me into Michael Jordan basketball camp. He put us into a basketball camp because, like I said, he was on the sports side.
Yes.
And Master P's son was actually there, Lil Romeo. He was
Okay.
there, and we was on the same basketball team before he was even rapping. And me and him was friends. We have a good friendship. And when after we got back from the camp, that's when he became a rapper, and I started seeing him everywhere. I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Come on, man. Sign me up too, bro. That's the homie. You can't get away, man.
Yeah.
I gotta
So
go
it was
too.
always basic music was always like coming up behind you. basically
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
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 Nice.
Yeah.
So tell me about the very first day of being in the studio to record your very first song.
Okay. I mean that's a two-part answer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna break it
As best as you
down.
can. The
Okay,
stage is yours.
because it's like being at the young age, right? Like how I was in that time period in the 90s, going through what I went through, I was practicing in the gym. But you know how the
Okay.
gym is not the actual game? So in my gym, you know what I'm saying, I had a tape recorder, tape set, and things like that. I would practice all the time and record myself all the time. I would record like double dub tracks, whatever. My brother would be coming in, screaming, making noises in the background, messing my tracks up. We had to start over and stuff like that. So that was my first time recording,
Yeah.
learning how to record.
Mm.
But when it came to actually being on Pro Tools, like when I was 15 and in the studio, it was like I already had so many reps up. I put up the reps to know how to be on beat at least and know if I'm messing up or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Know what sounds good. I've had enough. By the time from 8 to 15, I wrote so many different raps.
Wow.
And I practiced a lot. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's how it's a two-part answer. So yeah, when I got in a professional studio with Pro Tools, it was like, okay, I'm ready to go still. So yeah.
Do you ever, well, nowadays, do you kind of look at your old stuff and like the old stuff that you'd write and you'd think, why did I say that? Like, nah, like, were you always very critical of yourself?
You know what's crazy? In the songs that I have recorded and that I put out, no.
Okay.
But when I look in my notepads and stuff like that and look at old raps, it's like, what the hell was I thinking right here? I see how the chords, it looks kind of like cringy. Like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
you thought it was fire at the
I
time.
thought it was fire at the time. Yeah.
Because the reason why I asked that is because that D-Rob, my man, shout out D-Rob, my man D-Rob. He performed amazing last night as
Hell
well.
yeah, he did.
He came to me one day, we were at Shot Kickers, right? And he came to me, he goes, hey, Labzy, I released a new song. Tell me what you think, blah, blah, blah. I said, I'll stop you right there. The more you rely on other people's opinion of your music, the more you'll never find the authenticity of it.
For sure.
Right? Because again, if you're asking different people, you're going to get different opinions.
For sure.
Because that's why I tell people all the time, you got to just keep working at your gift.
For sure.
Because if there was another artist by the name of Stasi, and he was looking at his old files when he was younger as well, and he would just laugh and just be cringed at his old lyrics as well.
Yeah.
And then it made me think, I'm like, wow, like you can make a fire record now, right? And then 5-10 years down the track, you make another record that goes fire, but then you go back to the one from 5-10 years ago and think, nah, that's cringy. Why the hell did I say that? Because as you keep working at it, you're always evolving.
Right.
You're always changing.
Right.
So my question is, do you ever feel that your skills is changing or like?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like, yeah, I could definitely see the progression. It's definitely dope to, regardless if I believe that my songs are still good, like from the past, it's good just to know, like, when you write, when you're a continuous writer, you'll find different rhyme schemes and different ways to do different things, and it'll just come naturally. And it's like, wow, like, I feel it. It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been rapping now, professionally?
Professionally since 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
Since 15. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now talk to me about
So 20 years.
20 years. Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck. Does it feel like
Nah. The journey feels that long, though, but about my parents.
Yeah.
Quick little pause in the mission part. You know, I sacrificed a part of my music career and my time spent on my goals on what I wanted to do to actually go to college. They sent me to college, and I did that for my father and got my degree. So
yeah, that's fair enough.
here you go.
Yeah,
You know,
of course.
As soon as we get back out, hey, Dad,
of course,
don't think I forgot.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah. But it's like, yeah, well, I've got my piece of paper now. I'm doing what I got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fair enough. They want you to be educated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's which is fair enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the artist who I am today without him.
Yeah.
Without that education.
Yeah. Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go. Now, talk to me about the decision of touring, because
Mhm.
you've obviously been to almost every state
Yeah.
in America.
Yeah.
Now, was it a scary thing to do, especially making that jump? Because obviously you want to get yourself out there, you want to let people know who you are, especially with your
I
music.
mean, it was definitely it's a scary decision, but at the same time, I just come to my own senses and myself and understand what's really going on. It's scary being in the house alone, whatever, not even taking a chance and just watching your days go by. It's scary being on that deathbed, thinking about what I shoulda, coulda, wish I woulda did. You know what I'm saying? It's scary not even just taking that chance. It's scary getting outside, driving in the car every day. It's scare and fear is all around us. You know what I'm saying? Like in my thing, I try to live my life by breaking my fears.
Yeah.
You know, so um the fear of what will happen to me if once I get down there and I get kidnapped and something else happens, like, okay, well, luckily we in an age where we could do our research. We do our research on people. We have conversations. We sort people out. We see what's going on. Talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll get the vibe and see where they're coming from, the energy. And at the end of the day, if something happens, bro, something just happens, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like what am I holding on to? What's the point of living like trying to be perfect and avoid these flaws? We all gotta go one day any freaking way, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no point. Like, might as well
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah. No,
You know? Like
yeah, I love that. I love that because and again, that's what I try to encourage a lot of people to do
mhm,
as well, because again, going back to what I was saying, everyone has a gift, and it is our job to really just recognize it, experiment with it,
yeah,
and really just show no fear, because the only person that's holding you back is you,
right,
no one else.
right,
Right? You can say, "Oh, but my family wants me to do this." Da, 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 da." Okay, do what you got to do with that, but don't forget about your gift as well.
right,
Right? Even with you, like you
right.
still went to college, you got the education that your
Yeah,
father wanted you to get,
yeah,
right?
right,
But then you still went to, so you did like a win-win situation. I
yeah,
made my family happy, now I'm gonna make me happy now.
right,
You know, and it's crazy because there's a lot of people that still hold back, and there's so many talented people out there. And some people do it for different reasons. So
yeah.
which is another question is, why do you do music?
Why do I do music?
Yes.
Um, that's a multi-answer too.
Yeah.
Obviously because I love it, because I said that this is what I was gonna do. And to prove to myself that I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like that I can, and no matter what challenges, no matter what obstacles, I'm not gonna give up or I can't quit. I don't know how to quit. I feel like if I just quit right now, then I just wasted a whole years of life. You know what I'm saying? So looking at that in the mirror is like, oh nah, I'm gonna keep going regardless, you know?
Mm,
So yeah, nah, but I do it because that's what I said I was gonna do. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like
No, I love it. Now, what do you, well, what do you want your audience to get from your music?
what I want them to get from my music is inspiration, hope, determination, things to make you successful, uh, become entrepreneurial in some sight, some sense of the word, like have belief in yourself, never giving up. Um, yeah, just leads you out of darkness, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Now, you've also
Mhm.
been to France, you've also been to London as
Yeah.
well. Were they kind of the first time going overseas
Nah.
as well?
It
Okay.
was that was the first time alone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was first time alone. But when I was in school, like in 2010, I studied in Spain.
Okay.
I got a chance to study in Spain in summer school.
Okay.
And when I got over there, word got out that I was a rapper. I couldn't even really speak Spanish like that, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my or a couple of my Spanish people who spoke Spanish that went to my school that was on the tour with me or the
Mm,
summer school with me, they was letting other people from Spain know I was a rapper, and then
wow.
they had me perform at the University of Cordoba in front of like 1,000 people.
Damn.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
we did like a music video there. We got me into some studio there. I'm on a song with some Spanish people. Shout out to El Chaval, man. You know.
Shout out.
Yeah. El Chaval, Caco, Master Prod.
Mm.
Those are my Spanish guys, man, from a long time ago.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so going to France, experiencing that, what was that like?
What was that like, man? It was you definitely get a sense of when I first touched down, it's like, okay, what's so special about France? I had no idea what was so special about France when I first got there. But then as I just kept walking and kept getting lost, it's like the structure, architecture started changing. It started getting real big and started getting real grand, like how you see in Greece and Italy and things like that. Like you start seeing little things like big places like that. I'm like, oh, this is different. I've never been anywhere in the world like this that makes me feel this way. So the vibe was great, and then I met some photographers out there and stuff. They started taking pictures of me, started shooting and stuff. They started having me do like different movements and different patterns that I've never done in the U.S. Like that that people have that I've done on my photo shoots. They've never did it like that. I guess because they really out there doing Fashion Week all the time, and they know how to make you move a certain way where you feel like you really about
it's
to
like
be
you one of them, basically.
Yeah, it's cool. Like it was real cool. We went to the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, no, we went.
Yeah,
we went to the top. Had a dinner cruise on the Seine River. Seen the Louvre.
Okay.
See the Louvre. So it was really dope, man. It was great. It was great over there.
Even London as well, when you touched down there.
Yeah, London. The first time I went to London was last year.
Okay.
That was the first time I went to London, and 3 days I had off to, do some sightseeing or whatever. And then the ball got rolling. Took a train, Euston Station, all the way to Manchester. Started off in Manchester. It was love out there. Met like 100 people. They all showed me love. It was a great time out there. Shout out Manchester. Had a pop-up show. And then we came back to London. Or I came back to London and did a couple radio interviews. Did a show there too. And it was just hell of an experience. I'm really proud of myself that I went through that.
Yeah. So how do you feel like knowing that you have this mentality now where you think, you know what, nah, I can now go to anywhere I want? Because now, again, it's scary, because you were saying before, it was a scary decision to make these types of moves. Yeah. And then now it's just like, okay, we're going here. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
do you feel like you're living?
I definitely feel like I'm living, and I feel liberated, because the places I would go back to as of right now is definitely Australia and definitely London. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I got y'all here. You feel me? I got them there. The hard work part is over, man. At least that fear part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got that out the way, man. So, yeah, I'll definitely go to some other places, but I feel like if I could come here and go there, it's not too many places I couldn't go. Obviously, still be smart. I'm not gonna go to the Middle East or anything crazy like that. Like,
really, you don't want to go like Dubai and have that Arab experience?
Well, I'll definitely go to Dubai.
Yeah,
I'll go to, like, you know what I mean, where it's not hot at. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell no.
Like, not with a war, or whatever they say is going on. I'm not going. But I'll definitely go to Dubai for sure.
Yeah,
because if it was up to me, I'll go everywhere in the world, bro.
Yeah.
But I just got to be smart. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like,
in given time, you'll be all over the world, man.
Yeah. I'll go to Egypt. I'll go to Egypt, bro.
Hell yeah.
Now that I know you got family down there, do they like hip hop down there?
I'll be honest, there's actually a lot of hip hop community in Egypt as well.
I've always wanted to go to Egypt, bro.
Man.
I've always wanted to go to Egypt, bro.
Yeah. It's
I'll
breathtaking.
talk to you about that.
Because I remember when I was very young when I went there, I still remember this moment.
Yeah.
When I was 9 years old and I saw that massive pyramid in front of me.
Yeah.
No word of a lie. I felt like I was looking at stairs to heaven.
What?
because that motherfucker big.
Yeah. Especially when you're 9.
Right? Yeah.
Things is like
I'm
100
looking at it like
times
this.
size. Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
the angle where you're looking at it looks like, again, you're going right up to the sky.
Hell yeah. Damn.
That's what I mean by like
Damn.
stairway to heaven, basically.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow. And like, this is my heritage. This is like where I come from. I was like, proud to be an Egyptian right now.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. So definitely going back next year with the family, man. So that's obviously the plan. That's already locked in. So we're definitely gonna be outside. Outside.
Yeah. Nah, you might see me in Egypt, bro. Like,
Hell
I ain't
yeah.
gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I really might be out there, man.
Now, also, of course, you looking at Australia. Because I remember we were on our way here. You were telling me about you had a friend that you grew up with, and he was from Sydney.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, how did Melbourne attract you out of the rest of the states?
How did Melbourne attract me out of the rest? Most of the hip hop artists I see, they always, like when they tour over here, I see Melbourne always highlighted. You'll see Melbourne, Brisbane, and Sydney.
Yeah.
Some will have Adelaide, whatever, but it's like, I like the name Melbourne. And then I had a high school friend that moved down here. So I was just like, all right, cool. Like
it will make sense.
Yeah, let me just try Melbourne. You know, let me just I just like this name for some reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Melbourne.
And then obviously being a completely different country altogether, and you would obviously hear rumors about. Well, okay.
But actually, you know how we met though?
Yeah.
Like online.
Yes.
All the cool people that I met that was receptive to me, because I at first I'm just looking for Australia in this whole big place of Instagram, whatever. All the cool people I met just happened to be in Melbourne.
So it was a sign.
It was a sign, like, let me just go. And it was a plus that my boy was here. Yeah. It wasn't that I just built around him and looking for. You can't just do that on.
So it was a bonus then.
It was a bonus. You can't just do that and target cities on Instagram. You feel me? Like, I've been talking to y'all for months.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know
I remember that message.
I've been talking to y'all for months. So I've been like, okay, it's all okay, Melbourne. All right, Brett, he's down here too. Like, let me just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And to be honest, man, I think that's one of the smartest moves ever, because I think I feel like no artist is doing that. To be honest with you, I feel like no one's kind of reaching out first through social media, and then and seeing, you know, what's up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're the first one, so I feel like it's a very smart move to do, because. Yeah, because obviously you want to expand yourself, and again, you're doing international tours, and
you know what I'm saying,
100% independent,
100% independent, bro.
100%,
bro. No booking agent.
Yeah, no bro, nothing. Yeah, because I mean, I don't see a manager here. I don't see no security here. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
I know you can fight though.
Yeah, man. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And like I said, bro.
But then yes, it's
we all do our research as best as we can.
Yeah.
And something happens, something gonna happen without me being here. At least I got to see Australia.
There you go. Exactly right. So now, being in Melbourne, what was your first reaction of Australia?
My first reaction of Australia was like, wow, I didn't know it was this green and this clean. Like the air is like so like clear. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like, wow, like everywhere you look, left, right, up, down, it's a beach everywhere. It's very nice, you know. Like, I didn't know it was as humid, but on some days it's not humid, you know what I mean? Like, and the people that I met was so receptive to me, bro. Like when I first met you in the physical, that was my first day arriving here. And you already seen, like, it was like 5 or 6, 7 people that came and talked to us while we was outside that I had been talking to, setting it up. It was just like, damn, I already had people here waiting on me type shit. It
basically,
It was like I had a good greeting, bro. Like, we all knew who each other was because of our social media and stuff like that. It was dope. It was like, it just makes me understand, like, how blessed I am and how blessed we are to be living in this day and age. You know what I mean?
To properly connect.
You know, with the tools that we have, if we really use them.
Exactly
we could do anything. Like, it's like, what? The world is getting smaller, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree because, well, that's exactly how I do my show. I mean,
Yeah.
I've about, we'll say 99%, I've always done it through Instagram Live,
Yeah.
right? And the reason why that move was a genius for me was because this was around like 2020, and this was when Instagram updated their app where people can join onto their lives. And during COVID, obviously people were doing it digitally.
Yeah.
So that's when I'm like, you know what? This can actually be a show. This can actually do this, because I used to do it through a media organization before this.
Okay.
But a lot of politics involved, a lot of backstabbing. I obviously a lot of bullshit as well. So I decided to go my own way. And then that's when I really did some not just research, but also some networking myself. Like I would join onto people's lives.
Yeah.
And then because America loves Australia,
Yeah.
right?
Hell
Because of
yeah.
our accent, because it's
Yeah.
so different,
Yeah.
right? And that's when there were, but obviously I couldn't rely on the accent. I had to use that as my cherry on top.
Yeah.
I had to be respectful. I had to be open-minded. I had
Yeah.
to be, engage in that conversation. To really let them hear me speak,
Yeah.
right? And then from that, I ended up building connections in LA, Hollywood, Texas, California. I think I said that twice.
No, you didn't.
And I didn't. Okay, cool. New Jersey, North Carolina, Minnesota, even Minneapolis as well. Right. So I was really on the grind here.
Yeah.
And then having the opportunity to connect with these people through social media is now like, if I let them know that I'm on the way,
Yeah.
they'll give me the welcome wagon
You know
as
what
well.
I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like they'll do the same thing they did
It's
to you.
sick, bro.
And I
It's
tell people all the
sick,
time.
bro.
And I tell people all the time,
Yeah.
social media
Yeah.
is good if you know how to use it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people shit on social
Yeah,
media a
yeah,
lot, which look, I can understand, but it
Yeah.
depends. Okay, it's the same thing as that saying, would you blame the drug dealer or the drug user?
The drug user, right? You got
Because they're
to.
the ones that are asking for
They're
it.
the ones that's using it. They don't.
The dealer's just the seller.
Yeah, you can resell his drugs.
Exactly.
If you want.
But
Yeah.
and then that's what I mean. So you're definitely right. Like
Yeah.
we are now living in an age where we can actually connect properly and really just
From all
get to
across
know-
the world right
everywhere.
now.
Exactly, right now.
We don't got to send no mail no more,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
no letters.
Yeah.
It take months or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Travel by boat, use the internet. Like this getting
We
real.
live in a fantastic time.
We live in an awesome,
Right?
crazy
We can
time.
make $1 million just through this.
Dude, it, yep.
For real though.
For real.
Oh man. And
It's amazing.
now, okay, so talk to me about the food.
The food.
Like tell me about the Australian food that you feel that you're like, wow, this is
Okay,
bad.
man. It, like, growing up in LA, man, we got In-N-Out burgers, which is like, you can't tell me nothing. That's the best hamburger spot ever. I went to Betty Burgers, bro. I went to Betty
That destroyed
Burgers.
the logic.
That destroyed the logic. Like, what? Betty Burgers? Hold on, man.
Yeah.
They're fuller. They're more real. Like, they're just good, bro.
Yeah.
Like, the fries is real potatoes, just like In-N-Out, but it's like, no, Betty Burgers, bro. I'm going with Betty Burgers, man. I had some good halal food. I had some kebab stuff.
Yep. Were you able to try a HSP?
HSP. I didn't order that.
No?
Uh-uh.
Are you familiar with what it is?
Uh-uh.
Okay, so I'll explain what it is. So it's basically what they like to. So HSP stands for Halal Snack Pack.
Okay.
So what they'll do, they'll put fries,
Okay.
right? We call them chips, of course.
Yeah.
And then they will put your choice of either lamb or chicken or both.
Okay.
And then they'll put cheese.
Okay.
And then depending on how you feel about condiments,
Uh-huh.
right? They'll put garlic, chili, and is it garlic? Yeah, garlic, chili, and barbecue sauce,
Okay.
right? It's one of those meals where it tastes absolutely amazing at 2 a.m. after the club.
Oh, wow. HSP.
Yes,
Okay.
right? You'll
Halal
find it
snack pack.
everywhere
Okay.
here in Melbourne,
Okay.
right? And it's a Melbourne thing. So every other state will call it something else,
Okay.
but in Melbourne, directly, it's called HSP,
Bet.
right?
Bet.
So next time you going out,
Yeah.
2 a.m., go
Yeah.
get yourself a HSP,
I'm
bro.
gonna get a HSP.
Yeah, bro.
For sure. I had my first halal pizza out here.
Okay.
That was pretty good.
Yeah?
Had that. Yeah, man, cause my friend, he eats a lot of halal food.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, to answer your question, the food has been great. The
Yeah.
food has been great, man. But I was even eating kebabs and stuff like that, shawarmas and stuff
Yeah.
like that back in London, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm like, hook me up with a mixed chicken
Yeah.
and lamb shawarma, man. Give me everything, call it a day. I'm gone.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And now, leading up to the show of the Bergie Band Room that
Yeah.
happened last night.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you were speaking to Mr. Congo.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Mr. Congo. He's a
Yeah.
real one.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Very
Shout out Mr.
energetic.
Congo.
He's the hype man.
Yeah.
Man. He's got to compete with Shine and Armor, by the way. And so, because were you guys talking like every day, just to sort of leading up to that show?
Well, when we knew it was a thing, it was more like, okay, for sure we're gonna do it. Obviously with some planning and stuff like that. That's where we're talking more. But I would say about a month and a half ago, where it was just like, okay, now I got to get ready for my London thing. You doing whatever you doing here, and we just knew it was a go. So, but we did spend a lot of time talking and stuff like that. A lot of social media group chats, WhatsApp, emails and stuff like that, like questions answered. It was enough to make it happen.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
nice. And now, coming onto the stage, right? Being from LA, and now you're in a completely different world. You're down under. You know, you're not up there with every other parts in the world.
Right.
And now you're stepping foot onto that stage. How did you mentally prepare yourself?
How did I mentally prepare myself? Just going in the back room, knowing that I understand that this is what I came for. This is what I signed up for. Just give everybody the greatest show I could possibly give with my whatever I'm going through, whatever physically, and just power through it. But as far as being nervous, as far as being afraid or anything like that, it was definitely no fear or whatever. But as far as nervous shit, I had already met you, bro. I pulled some power from you, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey.
Pulled some power from Donkeyman, D-Robs, Mr. Congo, because we have met already. You know what I'm saying? And we have been talking. So it's like, I still use y'all like my brothers as support. You feel me? I'm like, all right, my people still right here, so it's still good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just complete strangers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Like, yeah.
Man,
Hell
nah.
yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, bro. You killed it.
Thank you,
You
bro.
absolutely killed it, man. Like, you definitely got the love, man.
Thank you.
You know, and also, like, how does it feel, like, getting that energy from the response from the crowd? How does that feel?
It felt amazing, man. It felt amazing. It felt like people really did come to see me perform. And that was just, like, so dope because, like, not to knock on any other artists or whatever, but, like, some artists, like, people walked out on their sets, or some people, like, didn't apply for them. I noticed that, like, but with me, like, I understood, like, everybody did really come. If they stayed, they really did come to watch. Like, I didn't see anybody too busy or walking out or somewhere off just on their phone texting. Like, it was just like, it was like, wow, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like real. It was a real thing. Like, and I just appreciate everybody who came out for that, like, and showed me that love, bro. It was dope.
Of course. And I was even talking to Ivory Archer, and I think you were talking to her as well.
Yeah.
And how sometimes we come in and out.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes we need, like, just to get some air
right,
outside.
Right.
You know, like because if we be inside for too long, it feels, and we're very adventurous people.
Right.
Probably you can tell by now, but. Yeah, like it is no disrespect to any other artist that's, we're walking out on them. Nah, it's nothing like that. It's not that we don't like them or anything like that. It's just there are moments where it's like, no, I just need to get some air for a couple minutes
for
and
sure.
then we'll come back.
For sure.
Then No, but like, no, I understand what you're saying because I was outside just before you were jumping on, and everyone's like, "No, SKITSO was gonna
No, but
drop everything. We're gonna run in."
but to your point, I even see what you're saying because I did it. You know what I'm saying? I walked out to get, to get in my own energy, like get ready for whatever I was about to do and get my own, just my own quiet before I go on stage and stuff. Like if there's mess ups on the songs, let me go and rehearse a little bit. Let me just get my little space right quick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Get some water, But when it was time, it was time. But then I also was thinking, like, what songs should I perform? Like, did I choose the right songs? Like, how is the crowd gonna be receptive? Like the song I started with first, that was supposed to be the song I ended off with last. You know what I'm saying? It was just like.
But then, but I think it was the perfect one to start it off, to start that energy up here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no, it was wise to choose that one first.
Really?
Yeah. It was wise.
Yeah.
So
hell yeah.
But yeah, man. But no, I'm glad you had a good time, and I'm glad you're enjoying your time in Australia, mate. Now, obviously, I gave you some suggestions as well to go to. So I gave you a list. I don't know if you saw the list of places to go. Because you were asking about what other places do I suggest.
Let me see. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
The list. Where'd you send the list, bro?
Hang on. If you scroll up a little bit, it should be. Hang on. All right. Let me just hold on a second. Hang on. Okay, so I suggested
on Real Talk with Labzy?
No, the other one.
Oh, let me see.
So I suggested Werribee Open Range Zoo.
Okay.
Yep. There's also Graysland in Melbourne. So what that place is it's like a family-friendly food truck, dessert truck kind of place.
Okay.
Right? They do like little live performances and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
It's better at nighttime. You know, it's a different vibe at night.
Okay.
Right? There's also on Wednesday night will be Queen Victoria Market. They do like summer night, again, like food trucks, stuff like that. And obviously it's a bit bigger because obviously it's a bit bigger market.
Yeah.
There's also the Melbourne Eureka Sky Deck.
Yeah.
What that is obviously it's honestly the tallest tower of Melbourne. And that they will take you, obviously, to show the entire 360 view of Melbourne.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And also, if you feel on the adventurous side to go outside the city, a place called the Great Ocean Road.
Okay.
And that's basically one of the biggest spots in Victoria, which is our state.
I got you. I see it right here.
Yeah. So I gave you all the links as well. So yeah, man, just have a bit of do your research on that if you feel like you want to do that before you go.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, bro, you'll definitely have an experience.
Hell yeah, no, definitely. I definitely will, bro. But man, this whole trip, man, it started off with you, man. Like, you was the first person I met, like, in the flesh at Shot Kickers, man.
Yeah,
Once
bro.
I met you see me pull up, I just knew I was gonna have a good time,
Yeah,
man. I'm like,
bro.
shit, Labzy, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's the man right there.
Yeah, man. But I definitely appreciate you, man. I definitely appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
I think that's it from me.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Like, is there anything you're curious about or anything you want to ask me about?
So, what do you, if you was me, if you was in my position, what would you do next? Like, how would you attack?
As in the next step?
The next step, yeah.
Like the next move?
Yeah, the next moves, man.
As I was saying on the way here, that I am manifesting to basically doing what you're doing, like to go overseas to America to promote my show and plant the seeds over there.
Yeah.
I've already built connections from the guests that I've had on my show.
Yeah.
And I got to start from LA, and then I got to go to Hollywood as well as I got to go to Texas, and then I'll definitely go to Minneapolis and also Minnesota as well, and New Jersey for my Punch Drunk ENT fellas. They're streamers, like their game isn't streamers, right? And as well as Florida as well, because I have a friend of mine who used to live in Melbourne, but she does cosplay. So like an amazing artist cosplayer. Like, are you a fan of like Mortal Kombat?
Hell yeah.
I gotta show you something.
All
I'll
right.
show you something. and the shit that you'll see,
Yeah.
she made it with her own 2 hands.
Oh shit.
She don't fuck around, bro.
Oh, yeah?
She does not fuck around. To
Okay.
a point where she takes that shit so seriously. She was like, fuck Australia. I'm going to America to do this shit.
That's right.
And now she's getting like sponsored from freaking Warner Brothers to, you know, these other companies as well, gaming companies as well.
That's sick.
So
I gotta see.
she out here. For real,
I
though.
gotta see what she did.
Yeah, man. So it's, again, it all comes down to once you really know what you want to do with your life,
Yeah.
you really got to grab it by the balls, man,
Real
and
talk.
just
Just do
go.
that shit. Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. So that's and for me, that's where I want to go, and then
Yeah.
hopefully something will happen for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. For sure. All right, man.
That's it.
That's everything.
All
bro.
right, Skitso. Thank you so much,
Now,
man,
Labs,
for taking the time to coming here, and also again, welcome to Australia. I'm glad you're joining. You got
Yes.
another week here, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'd say do as much as you can before you
Hell
go, and then see what you can grab.
Yeah.
And then who knows, it might add to your music.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Nah, I definitely want to do a project out here with all the like artists that I met. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And hypothetically, if you don't get a chance to do that, next
So
time it'll be bigger.
Yeah, it'll
It'll be bigger, bro.
Exactly.
I promise you.
Exactly.
All right. And I want to say thank you so much for the people that have joined in and chilled in with us. Please go follow Skitso. Please go follow his music. Please
Yes,
follow
sir.
everything, all the platforms. Where can they find you, bro?
www.skitso.com
Mhm.
as well as on Instagram, SKITSOISI. But if you go to my hub on the website, skitso.com, it'll give you a button to press and you can go to, regardless if it's X, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever. So
And I should have asked this as well. How many albums have you done?
I've done 4.
4. Okay.
4.
So you're working on the 5th.
Yeah, 5th and 6th is already complete.
Ooh,
Yeah, 5th and 6th
okay.
is already complete.
Oh, you busy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. 56 is
Okay.
already complete.
I'll
They
fuck
on the
with it.
way. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, enjoy the rest of your time in Australia, mate. And yeah, man, we'll definitely see each other again. Shot Kickers on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Labs.
All right.
Thank you for having me, bro.
See you, everybody. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
Real talk with Labzy, we speaking the truth. From the streets to the booth, giving voice to the groove. No holding back, every combo's the proof. It's the realest in the game, now we raising the roof. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy, Labzy, Labzy. Real talk with Labzy.